Hey snowmobilers, welcome to the third video on my CKX Mission helmet. Today we're going to be setting it up for vlogging. I'm going to be mounting a GoPro to it and also a microphone so that I can record audio. Coming up. So today we're going to mount my new GoPro, and also I've got a Purple Panda microphone here. We're going to mount that. And we've got some other goodies here that we're going to need to do that. So let's get on with that. So the first thing we're going to do is mount this GoPro mount. This is called a chin mount. And this company makes mounts for all kinds of helmets. These are for motorcycle helmets, snowmobile helmets, you name it. They almost always have a chin mount for helmets. This is what they specialize in, and you want to go to chinmounts.com if you're interested in looking this up. Now they make one for the CKX Mission helmet, and we've got a little kit here. So let's open this kit up. In the kit we have the chin mount, and it's already got 3M adhesive on the back. First thing we got to do is figure out where this is going to be mounted. Now, as the name implies, all of their mounts are chin mounted. I like being able to mount the GoPro in the center line or pretty close to center line on my helmet. That way, when you're watching videos, you're not feeling like you're off to one side or another. Now this, because of the design of the Mission helmet, there really isn't, normally I'd want to put the mount here, but this is where the vents are. So the chin mount actually mounts well below that. So it's going to go like this right here, something like that. So we got to get the alcohol pad out and clean that off. The bumper is on the bottom of the helmet, and I'm fitting it right in between. Just like that. So now let's just check to make sure that I can close the shield, and I can. The only downside to this, and I can see this already, the only concern I have is that snaps pretty hard. I got to get a finger underneath that, and as you can see, the GoPro is mounted right here, and I wonder if that'll be in the way. The other concern that I have with this particular mount is it's mounted so low that if I bring my head down, will the GoPro bump my jacket or bump my chest and cause problems with alignment or turn the GoPro off or something like that. I don't know about that. So I'm a little concerned with that. We'll have to see how that works when I start using it. Okay, so let's put the GoPro on here to see what it's going to look like. Now, what I've got this is a GoPro 12, Hero 12, and what I've got on here is the Medium Mod shell around it. So what I'm going to do this winter is I've got a battery pack, and I'm going to run external power to this with the battery pack, so I don't have to worry about changing batteries. I don't have to worry about anything dying. It's just going to keep running as long as I can. As long as I can keep riding, it will keep running. So let's see here. Okay, so there, it's mounted. And again, let's check this. Yeah, it does close. It's closed, but it's going to take bare fingers to get that off. I'm not going to be able to open this with gloves on. So that's kind of, I don't know what I think about that. We'll see. Okay, so let's mount it. All right, so this is how it's going to look. Now if I set that That's actually about right. All right, so now I have my Purple Panda microphone with the little furry thing on it and a clip. See the little lapel clip there? And then I've got a power cable. This is both of these are, I wish you could order different lengths, but in this case, I've got a super long cable on here. I'm not going to need that. And this is going to go to my external battery pack. But because it's going to be in my jacket, I've got a super long cable here. And that's so that if I can, if I turn my head or up, down, that I'm going to have enough room in the cable. I could have gotten, I believe this is a 3-foot cable. I could have got a 2-foot cable. But I didn't know if that would be quite long enough. So the only downside to using a power cable this long is I'm going to have cable, I have to jam cable down into my jacket so that it's not hanging around. Now to do the microphone, I'm not going to need this clip, and actually I think that's going to be in the way. Now that just attaches to the microphone, and I can just take that off. So we're going to take that off. All right, so the microphone jack on the Media Mod is on this side. So I want probably the microphone on this side and also the cable coming out of the helmet on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. And I believe what we can do is peel this. So here's the cheek pad. I believe we can pull the cheek pad. Okay, so what I did was I pulled the cheek pad back and stuck the cable underneath it and then refastened the Velcro. Now, I think the microphone, there's no real tension or anything on that microphone. It should just be able to stay there. The Velcro on the cheek pad has an area of Velcro towards the front, an area of Velcro in the back, and in the middle is a gap where there's no Velcro at all. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the rest of this cable in there. Okay, if I sneak this underneath here like this. So all I'm doing is I'm just putting it underneath the cheek pad and then refastening it. So I do have a little bit of cable. I do have a little bit of cable sticking out here, but it should not get in the way of anything. Now, the next thing I need to do is we're going to plug in the power cable, sneak the power over here, and then run it down this side. The last thing I want is to have cables draped on both sides of my helmet. I think that's just not going to work. If both cables are on the left-hand side, then at least I don't have. I think I can work that better. So I think this is what I'm going to do here. I'll give you a close-up of this in a second. All right, so now I can attach. Now, just to show you how this is going to look. All right, so I've got one cable going down into my jacket, and this cable gets plugged into my snowmobile. So there will only be one cable going to the snowmobile. All right, doing video vlogging like this, the downside is that you are kind of connected. You've got some gadgets, it's not just a helmet. You also have other gadgets and cables, and that's kind of unavoidable. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. So we have to just kind of make it so that it will be manageable. I do like the chin mount. That was really easy to mount. It fits perfectly. I highly recommend that if you want to carry a GoPro with you. The center line is a nice place to put it, and I think that you'll be happy with the quality from chin mounts. So I like that idea. What do you think? Am I going to be able to use this winter? I'm excited to try it out, and I hope I see you on the trail. Thanks for watching.